First up on the dyno is Joe's wild XR8. He took me for a ride in this earlier. It's really unique. It's got a supercharged Whipple, Boss 5.4 litre. It's got a Modena sequential gearbox. It's a manual. Hey, look at this. Have a look at this. So you were saying earlier you bought this, it was a year old, yeah?
I bought this a year old stock standard. The first mod I done was the bumper grill. And when I done that, I was hooked.
Yeah, hooked. Well, this is a bit more than a mod to the bumper grill,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah, mate. It's gone, you know how builds go.
Yeah, yeah.
You start off with a little headlight thing or whatever, and it just progresses to something slightly out of control.
So this is a 5.4 like the factory engine,
yeah, this
but it's
engine,
not the factory engine.
No, this is actually Ford Racing in America make a prepped up drag car on the showroom floor.
The Cobra Jet.
Super Cobra Jet.
Super Cobra Jet.
And that's the actual engine out of the 2010 model.
Okay.
5.4 litre.
It's the big blower. Exceptionally clean engine bay, Joe.
Oh, I haven't got a social life, mate.
Yeah. Now, Springy's done all of the work on this?
Springy Performance has done everything from Peter putting the engine in, all the stuff he had to do to the K-frame, the fuel system, which was a monumental effort. It's actually got 3 Bosch pumps internally, feeding a 6 litre surge tank, and another 3 Bosch pumps out of that, feeding the engine. So when you put your foot down, it just sucks it. It just loves the E85, yeah.
You took me for a little spin before. She's pretty spicy, but the big thing that you can't really tell from here, this is a manual and not just any manual.
This is a Modena sequential 6-speed gearbox. It runs a Tilton 4-plate carbon clutch.
Okay.
Full Motec, Daniel Prada and little Daniel wired it all up. From putting the Motec in compared to the factory ECU, it just basically woke this thing up.
Yeah.
It's like so, like I took it for a drive and
it wants to be driven like, you got to be, like, what's the right word? You got to know what you want to do.
Yeah, if you got in the wrong gear at the wrong time, it's violent. As you witnessed, roundabouts you don't do in first gear. You got to go.
You can't get on and off. It wants to be driven with a bit of positivity, I guess is the right word.
You can't stab the throttle because it's instant.
Just even without the blower, right? Just putting a sequential in any car just makes it more aggressive.
Yeah,
and then you add the blower, and
it's got an ignition cut, so you can change through the gears without clutch. It's a joy to drive.
Is there anything else you want to do, or do you sort of that's it?
That's it.
For now.
I was thinking of diff, but no one does 9-inch diffs, and it costs you absolute fortune. It's already broken a true track. It'll eventually break another one.
Well done on a killer build, because I've never seen anything like this in terms of XR8.
Like I mentioned to you before, I'm not too sure how many of these engines are in Australia, but when we actually bought it from Herod, there was only this one and another one in Western Australia, so my wallet didn't like it, but anyways, that's
well
it,
done.
mate.
We'll give it a run up and listen to it. These are awesome sounding engines.